time as we're underway here in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man, that's Harry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Jackson.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. From the gun. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Chargers.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. It has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here's take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. A 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Jackson. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi.
Jackson's
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Patriot 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down, New England.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Patriots 3, Chargers nothing.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
The 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown.
To Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerve. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Third and long, it's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
In the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jason McCourty. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
James. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Uchenna Nwosu on
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would like to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And pass here caught by Edelman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. 3rd down here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's going to get there. Down he goes. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did get.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. Pass to him, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, good-looking return set up here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He throws there, incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. His 3rd interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Jackson from the shotgun. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
2 yards on the play. 1st down.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this 2nd half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They have the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He's going to look downfield for Henry. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. It is incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the 2nd half, interesting.
1st down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
Brendan, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Chargers.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
Herbert has it knocked free, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And we'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run. It's Kamara. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Williams. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
And it's complete. Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught at the 2. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Patriots 41, Chargers 7. Mike Badgley.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's
the ball is out. Camille fumbled it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball or trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on third down. Herbert. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
His kick.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Patriots 41, Chargers 14.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. It'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. That was Kamara in the passing game. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Again, Jackson. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Samson Abukum make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the pressure gets to him again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going up top. And it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Pats, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.